All right, so I'm just getting around to watching the NFL halftime show. I didn't watch the game, but I'm halfway through, right? 7 minutes in. It's pretty phenomenal. But what was the best thing about the Super Bowl? Nobody wore a mask. I mean, it's 2 years, Flu season every fucking year, your whole lives. Like, what did all the other flus fucking go away? Still flu season every year. Now we get a couple more. I mean, between the people that have had it and people vaccinated, there's a couple percent outside of that, and then the ones that might die from it are like old people that could pretty easily die to any, flu they've never been exposed to. So, anyways, that was the best thing about that game. I heard that. Oh, almost no one wore a mask there. Oh, they were provided. Why do they wear a mask? These fucking news stories. So all you got to do is read the headlines. You don't even need to watch the news anymore. Just read the headlines. But I want to talk about some commentary. Um, Once people start reading through my Facebook, there's a number of things I go into in lengths, and then at the end I'm just like, that was fucking easy. That was fucking easy. It was so goddamn stupid. It's gonna be really fucking easy. Well, that was fucking easy. Talk about shit in length, and at the end I was like, well, that was fucking easy. I just move on to the next thing. And no one's read all this stuff, but when they read all those things, they're like, what the fuck? And stuff like, oh well, oh good fucking job. Way to fucking go. Golf fucking clap. Yeah, you're gonna have like the most renowned physicists talking about, the tier one, tier two, tier three civilizations, right? They're talking about this stuff right now. Well, they've been talking about that for a while. But then they're talking about the ability to create black holes. I've talked about this several times extensively about the ITER. They're gonna have the most renowned physicists in the world talking about the peak of humanity after we conquer the universe or some shit is if we can make the ability to make that's the pinnacle, right? So to talk about that, and I tell you, everybody's fucking been a leader of the world and writing history and just leading the whole fucking world to hell. They say one thing and they do the next, or they say what they're saying, they're doing, but they already done it. Some shit like that. Like, I mean, the guy in charge of the CIA, he came out and bragged on the news that they already know how to do everything. Dude, the ITR, the fucking okay. So Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island, after nuclear engineering was invented, they made those plants designed to fail, so they could just restrict nuclear power and free energy, and everywhere else in the world. Russia and the United States, I don't know how restricted it got in Russia, but United States basically, I mean, they haven't built a nuclear power plant. In some states, you can't, like, I don't know, 20 states can't even build one anymore. So build these, go big or go home, new technology. I mean, if the fucking original Game Boy had an enclosed battery that you couldn't take out and you had to recharge the battery, and for some reason those batteries would leak, the acid would leak out, and it would burn your skin, would you say that the PlayStation 5 would possibly have the same problems? Because, comparing the Game Boy to the PlayStation 5, it's how far we've come with nuclear engineering technology from Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island until today. Still can't build them? Fucking craziness. Free energy for everybody can be recycled to use this stuff for fission fuel in reactors. They operate, close to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Completely different from nuclear missiles. No, no. We're gonna have the nations that spend all the time on. They did a lot of metal testing. Russia did a significant amount of metal testing for brittle fracture of all metals, and just gonna have them develop it, have a Cold War, have Russia and the United States develop all this stuff, and then just fuck it up for everyone. And then they're going to have all nations in the United States or in the world build the ITER. 100 million degrees Celsius operating temperature. Biggest plant. I mean, all major countries in the world have been sending resources. They're taking like decades to build this fucking thing. And water, a big fucking donut shape, and water cooling in the middle. Well, when you have all these different pressure controls and temperature controls, and you have things set up like, okay, yeah, sure, rotating plasma, floating plasma, due to its density and very hot temperature, but it's not gonna melt anything. Well, you think they don't have a certain routine they have set up for that? Water cooling in the middle. Hello? I've written about this extensively on my Facebook. That's how you create a black hole. They already figured it out. That fucking machine that they've been using, billions and billions and billions of dollars from across the world. Many countries have donated. Sent their best fucking engineering guys there to build it. They haven't even been able to get a fusion reactor fucking up and running and the plasma fucking sustained for longer than like a couple of seconds fucking anywhere. And they're gonna build this huge fucking plant. Same thing as fucking Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island, but what is it all built for? I mean, the Large Hadron Collider underground. How much engineering do you think they needed to build that entirely underground? 23 mile circumference loop under Geneva? Like, do you guys have any idea what's under the Vatican? I mean, they have so much stuff under the Vatican that no one knows what's down there. I mean, they have the ability to do tunnels. They have this technology. All of a sudden, Elon Musk is coming out with, hey, we should build all these fucking hyperloops underground. They know how to do all this stuff. They've hidden it from, they pay 50% of all the R&D in college and across the world has been funded by the Vatican. And as soon as any student comes out with anything new, they fucking give them an internship, hire them off, and they just buy that stuff immediately, maybe even before they even have a patent. Guys, the ITER, you look it up, just go to iter.org. Look at the schematics for that motherfucker. There's a certain conditions in that plant they can do to create a black hole and just destroy the entire Earth at once. And they think, because the Vatican knows, for sure, for 100%, no fucking questions asked, they know God exists. They know God exists, and they wanted to, send the world to hell since, tens of thousands of years, as many nations as possible, wars, nonstop, starvation, drugs, chemicals, radiation, sugar is a big killer. Unnecessary medical, coverage, insurance, paycheck to paycheck, no fathers, however they can undermine any society. Only time you're laughing is when you're paying money to a comedian to go somewhere. It's the only time you can speak freely. No one's approachable to anyone. That's a big thing you gotta focus on. I said this in another video. Everyone should focus on being approachable. That's what enables freedom of speech. If you're doing things, or calling someone a name behind their back before they ever even get to talk to you, and how are you approachable to that person? You might not even look at them. That's one word. It's mostly to be or not to be. To be or not to be what? To be approachable or not to be approachable. If you're not approachable, people can't talk to you, or you feel like you're better than people, well then you basically don't exist. So, yeah, ITER. They figured it out already. Already figured out the plans to build this thing. They did all between, Albert Einstein and nuclear engineering for fission reactors, and then the Large Hadron Collider, and all the physics being fed to them. I mean, they have the best guys. On all these research journals that come out all the time, that stuff, all the top tier stuff that put it together, they already figured it out. I don't know how many decades ago. They had the plans to build this ITER for a while. It'd take like 3 decades to build it. Last time I looked into it, they were trying to develop some ceramic fucking tiles, so the thing didn't melt to the fucking ground if anything fucking went wrong. But yeah, they have a way to set it up so that from the water in the middle of the center of that loop, they can develop a black hole in the middle of that water. They figured it out. That's how you do it. Good fucking job. I had to talk about all that, so I could give the commentary on good fucking job, golf fucking clap, way to fucking go, hallelujah. They want to threaten God. Oh, God told you, don't lie to people, All he had to do was lie to them. Yeah, we're going to have Merry Christmas from the sky, going to have some clouds, and fucking angels come down here and harps and give you a new temple and fucking some simple lie. long time ago. Right? Yeah, we're gonna return, save your souls, and blah 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 blah. Just fell for it like that because they thought they'd never be lied to. But Jesus Christ, whoever it was, so they just lined all this shit up for when God comes back on clouds with angels and fucking save everyone's souls. No, 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 no. That shit ain't gonna fucking happen. You fell for it like that, right? Lying to fucking everybody, control all of history, just lie to everybody for fucking ever. You think God's never gonna lie to you? Jesus Christ is never gonna fucking lie to you? Yes, the fuck he is. He's gonna be one fucking lie. Let's spend the next 2,000 fucking years lining everything up to build a black hole machine. Well, you figured it out. Congratulations. Way to fucking go. Good fucking job. You think he's so sneaky about it because you have the top most renowned physicists talking about the pinnacle of mankind's exploration of the universe and power of civilizations across galaxies will be the ability to create black holes. Hello. ITR machine. They already fucking figured it out. To build it at least a certain amount of size, right? Just like if you want to have a nuclear fission fucking explosion, have a certain amount of pressure, a certain amount of material, blah 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 blah, right? They figured it out. I want to threaten God when he comes down here in clouds. A Merry Christmas from the sky, fucking comes down here. That's a whole nother thing. Fucking Merry Christmas time. It's so fucked up. Anyways, yeah, so it's kind of like, well, blow it the fuck up. Blow it the fuck up. Because, it's all about intention. And people are obvious in their intention. If you pay close attention to what the results are of what they do, and if you do blow up the entire world, then you're going to not have any chance of redemption or, making up your mind, living a good life and changing your attitude. No. Whatever your intention is, that day when they blow up the fucking entire fucking planet with a black hole machine. They just want to invent the technology of it to do it, to make that threat. They're not actually going to do it. But if they did do it, God's going to get exactly what the fuck he wants instantaneously. Because whatever anyone's intention is that they plan on riding out for the rest of their lives, they're just going to be stuck on that, every single one of you. And you're going to go through whatever process you need to go through. And some need to be, boot camp in any military service across the world. First you break them down, and then you build them up. So everyone in the division. You break them down, the United States, they're all Americans. So that fundamental thing. You break them all down to that, and then you build them up. Teamwork to give them awards and feel successful as a division of 80 people or whatever. But for some special people, if that happened, black hole, everyone's dead at once. Some people, they're going to have to get built up even more. And then broken down. They have to go through a long fucking process. Whatever intention is, you'll be stuck on that just for, until your head's pulled out of your ass. Because I specialize in pulling people's heads out of their own asses. That's what the fuck I do.